All right. The Ass and the Grasshopper. This is the third story, extremely short. An ass, which is a donkey, having heard some grasshoppers chirping, was highly enchanted, and desiring to possess the same charms of melody, demanded what sort of food they lived on to give them such beautiful voices. They replied, "The dew." The ass resolved that he would live only upon dew, and in a short time died of hunger. So this ass was enchanted, and he sort of felt bad by being himself. He desired to possess the same charms of melody that the grasshoppers possessed, as they were chirping so beautifully, um, as it's implied here. So the donkey demanded what sort of food that they lived on to give them such beautiful voices. They replied, "The dew." So the morning dew, right? The droplets in the early morning. And so he or she, but anyways, the donkey resolved that he resolved that he would live only upon dew, and in a short time died of hunger. Now, it's so intriguing that it's only a 1.5 line story, but it's very powerful and telling in terms of teaching boys and girls, men and women, people across the world and across all ages, how to behave and how not to behave. So, you know, you know, the lesson here being obviously, don't think that you can do what someone else does, um, just because you see them doing it and you think that they can do it, you can do exactly what they do, and you're not, that it's going to have the same exact outcome. There are myriad factors that come into play, um, and also it's very presumptuous. You're saying what, you know the ass or the donkey said, what sort of food do you guys live on? So he's making this assumption here that it's the food that gives you beautiful voices. So A, that it's the food that gives you beautiful voices, and B, that if I only eat that food, I'm gonna have a beautiful voice. Again, there are so many factors that come into play. Genetics being one of them. You know, um, and just myriad other factors that come into play when you're looking at. So essentially, also this goes back to a lot of holy books. The Bible. I mean, you've seen stories all over these different holy books, um, and these stories that try to encourage kids and adults alike to to behave better and to make good decisions. But one of the main decision here, is that you shouldn't make assumptions. And number two is don't compare yourself to others, and don't let envy blind you. Because really, even though it's only a line and a half, there's a lot here. There's a lot here that you can sort of read into the subtext and like infer. Um, you know, it was envy. I mean that envy blinded this donkey, this ass, and and that emotion, perhaps it was envy. It seemed like envy that it made him think, oh my gosh, this has to be the food, and then I'm only going to eat dew, and then he died of hunger. Um, Now I don't know how feasible this is in real life. I think that most animals and humans alike, wouldn't let themselves die of hunger. They wouldn't let that wall of emotion affect them. But a lot of us, especially as adults, are we prisoners of our emotions? Of old, wounds, um, or just walls that we've built up that maybe we're not gonna die of hunger because we have this compulsion to eat and this compulsion to sleep, um, to survive. But the metaphor I think holds a lot of weight because it shows that You can't let these massive emotions like envy, be this big wall of you achieving some level of satisfaction, some level of peace in your life, etc. Um, but yeah, the ass and the grasshopper. I like this story a lot. It's short, but there's a lot here. Thank you very much.